In this module, you will learn about the Chola dynasty. The Cholas ruled from the 9th century to the 13th century and secured a firm hold on many areas in Tamil Nadu, Andhra, and Karnataka. They spread Indian culture in foreign lands, constructed grand temples, and encouraged Tamil literature. The Cholas were under the Pallavas in the beginning and later became independent. Sangam literature states that Karikala Chola was the founder of this dynasty. Vijayalaya Chola made Thanjavur as his capital and revived the kingdom. King Rajaraja I was an able administrator. He expanded his kingdom and strengthened its foundations. The Cheras, Gangas, and Pandyas were overpowered by him. He built a strong naval force, captured Sri Lanka, and began overseas trade. He built the Brihadeshwara temple. He greatly influenced the politics, economy, and culture of Sri Lanka, Malaysia, and Singapore. The Chola Empire became weak during the rule of Rajendra Chola III, and the Pandyas easily overpowered them. The administrative system of the Cholas was able and efficient. The kingdom was divided into Mandalam, Kotvangi, Nadu, Kurram, and Tarakurram, or village. There was a committee of subjects called Ur in every village. The highlight of the Chola administration was the development of the self-governance of the village in the form of Grama Sabhas. Every Kurram had a village committee named Mahasabha, whose members were chosen through elections. Sanskrit scholars and rich people were allowed to stand for them. The tax collected was 1/6 part of the land revenue. The Cholas constructed many lakes, like the Bellandur Lake near Bangalore. They built a huge pond in Gangaikonda, Cholapuram, and paid special attention to irrigation. Being Shaivites, the Cholas built many Shiva temples. The Brihadeshwara temple in Thanjavur is a fine example of Chola art and architecture. The temple is about 500 feet tall, has a 250 feet wide courtyard, and a 200 feet tall chikara. King Rajendra built the Choleshwara temple. The Cholas built the Sri Aparameya Swami temple near Channapatna, the Panchalingeshwara temple in Begur near Bangalore, and the Mukti Natheshwara temple located near Binnamangala in Karnataka. The temples also functioned as economic and cultural centers. The idols of this time, such as Shiva, Ganapati, Vishnu, Durga, and Kartikeya, are famous. Agraharas were established by the Cholas to encourage education. Among these, the Uttara Merura Graha is famous. The temples were centers of education and religious activities. Tamil literature found an all-round development during this period. Ramayana, written by Kamba, Periya Purana, composed by Sekilar, and Tiruka Deva's Jivika Chintamani are some noteworthy works of this period. Let us now recap all the important points that we have covered in this module on the Chola dynasty.
The Chola dynasty was one of the longest antique ruling dynasties in the history of southern India. The Chola kings followed Shaivism. However, they were also tolerant towards other religions such as Buddhism and Vaishnavism. temples and mutts were the centers of learning. The inscriptions of Ennayiram, Thirumukkadal, and Thirupuvanam describe details about these learning centers. The development of Tamil literature reached its zenith during the Chola period. The two noteworthy creations of this period are the Ramayana, composed by Kambar, and the Periya Puranam or Thirutunda Puranam, composed by Sekizar. Nambiyandar Nambi compiled Penniruthi Rumarai. The Savit works of Muvarula, Kulothunga Pillai Tamil, Thakayakkaparani were written by Ottakuthar. Jayan Kondar wrote Kalingathuparani. Great scholars such as Ilam Puranar, Nachinar Kiniyar, and Parimelazar belonged to this period. The Dravidian style of art and architecture reached its perfection under the reign of the Cholas. The chief feature of the Chola temples is the Vimana. More than 70 specimens of such temples are found in the regions between Lower Krishna and the Gulf of Mannar. Tiruchirappalli, Srirangam, Tanjore, Kumbakonam, Chidambaram, Thiruvannamalai, Trivandrum, Suchindram, and Udupi are the chief centers of Chola art. The early Chola architecture was known for its simplicity. The Vijayalaya Cholasavaram at Nartamalai and Ivarakoil at Kondumalur belong to this period. Later, the Chola architecture was more imposing. The finest examples are the Brihadeshwara temple at Tanjore and the Siva temple at Gangaikonda, Cholapuram. The height of the Vimana at the Brihadeshwara temple has 13 tiers and rises to nearly 216 feet over the Garbhagriha. The later Chola architecture was more graceful and less imposing. The Subramanya temple at Tanjore, Airavateswara temple at Darasuram, and the Kamapahareswara or Thirubhuvaneswara temple at Thirubhuvanam in Tanjore belong to this period. Some of these temples have now been declared as World Heritage Sites by UNESCO. Portraits, icons, and decorative sculptures are the main features of the Chola sculptures. The sculptures of Shiva, Vishnu, Brahma, eight-armed Durga in the Shiva and Vishnu temples are a few examples of the Chola sculptures. The Cholas were also well known for their bronze images. The Nataraja idol in the Nageshwara temple at Kumbakonam is the largest and finest image of Shiva. The bronze idol of Ardhanareshwara is another important specimen of the Chola period. The Cholas are well known for their paintings as well as the finest murals, which are paintings directly done on walls. The paintings of the Chola period are found at Tanjore, Thirumayam, Kanchi Kailasanatha temple, and Narathamalai Vishnu temple. Music developed as a fine art during the Chola period. This development provided the basis for the foundation of Carnatic music. Bharatanatyam, as a fine art, was also developed during this period. The Imperial Cholas, who ruled from 850 AD to 1279 AD, played a significant role in the Tamil region for about 430 years. They made an impressive impact on polity, Tamil literature, temple architecture, music, and dance. They were the only imperial power who extended the empire overseas and spread the glories of the Tamil culture across the world. Let us now recap all the important points that we have covered in this module on contribution of the Cholas.